Welcome to this episode of EagleAir TV. I'm Lucas Finker. This episode features theater, quarantine, cheer, and a special new segment. The theater program has had to make a lot of changes this year, but has been very successful in performing their first show. Phoebe Gardner gives us more.
The theater program has had to go through many changes this year due to COVID-19. Sophia Stowe says they have had to cut down their cast for this show.
So normally we would be doing our fall show in the month of November right before Thanksgiving break, but we're actually performing our show mid-October, so we have less of a rehearsal time to get everything prepared. Also, our fall show is normally really big. It's either 40 to 60 kids in the cast, and this show is just a 10-person cast, but we have double casted that, so there's 20 actors in total.
Michael Schimmer says he's excited for the new opportunities that come with doing more shows this year.
So we're doing a few more shows than we normally would this year, so it's definitely cooler to see more opportunities for not only me but other like freshmen and sophomores to get involved in the program. We've also seen a lot of freshmen coming in this year that are just killing it. So you know, as a senior leaving, I know that this department will be left in good hands. And also we're kind of doing different kinds of shows than we would normally do. Like we're doing a musical review where we're compiling a bunch of shows that we would never be able to do at the high school, which is something that we don't normally do. So it's cool to be a part of that. So yeah.
Stay tuned for future theater productions. For EagleAir TV, this has been Phoebe Gardner reporting.
Nixa has been doing everything it can to combat COVID-19, but there has been some confusion with the statistics. Here is a peek into the problem.
The Nixa School District has been doing everything it can to keep students in school during the COVID-19 pandemic, and has been providing information to keep everyone informed. But there is some ambiguity around the number of quarantines and location of cases.
There's a lot of things that the district cannot provide, and a lot of that is working through the legal channels and asking what we can and can't provide, working with the health department. The health department is the one that ultimately has a lot of the notification control over things and make sure that everyone's identity is protected, and the district has to work with the health department to make sure that we adhere to those guidelines.
As a person who's been quarantined the full 2 required weeks, I can say it's not something to hope for. Being cut off from friends and family while being in a constant state of worry on if or when I'll get sick definitely was not the highlight of my year, and I doubt it'd be the highlight of yours, which is why it's important to be extremely cautious, but not paranoid.
Obviously, the health department is the one that determines whether you've been a direct contact, and every single situation is different. That's probably the one thing I've learned from this, is that everything has to be examined. They will look at airflow in a classroom. They will look at whether it was indoor or outdoor. They will look at the amount of time you're next to somebody. They will look at just a whole variety of things. And so students may be near someone that has contracted COVID, but they may not be considered direct contact by the health department, because that has to be examined on a case-by-case basis.
Some of you may have been told to quarantine by the Christian County Health Department, but only for a few days, which can be confusing, as it seems if you had it, you would have already shown symptoms. But there's a reason why this process is so scrambled.
It can take up to 5 to 7 days before the health department even receives notification that someone is positive. And so the health department can't even start that contact tracing process or the notification process that someone needs to quarantine until they have a document in front of them that says that this person was positive. You can tell them that you were positive, but they don't have a copy of your test results, then they can't do anything. And if they have to wait till the state provides them that information, then it may be 5 to 7 days.
In this chaotic time, it's important to stay informed through the Christian County Health Department as well as the CDC, and if you're willing to go the extra step, even the World Health Organization. For EagleAir TV, this has been Lucas Finker.
The Nixa cheer team has pushed through their season despite all the obstacles COVID has thrown at them. Elle Justice gives us more.
COVID has affected many things this year, including Nixa's cheer team. Cheer coach Araya Willoughby has coached both the junior high and high school and has never seen anything like this.
Making sure we have temps and mask up and social distancing is the big thing for us.
us.
Varsity cheer captain Brooke Gomez thinks the team has the strongest bond she's ever seen.
This team is really bonded. I don't think I've ever been closer to a team. We just work really well together and we get things done.
The cheer team has to take a few new precautions this season.
When we walk in from the glass box, and as we walk in we get our temperatures checked and we have our masks on. And then anytime we aren't doing something physical, we will have our masks on, whether we're getting a drink or we're just having a group meeting.
It was super exciting to see the girls that did try out in junior high, and they took a year off, and there was a lot of them that came back to try out, which was awesome to see them coming back.
I think we've been handling it pretty well for the most part. A lot of the cheerleaders can just jump into any position and pretty much we just get things done. We just kind of have to adapt to what COVID brings.
For EagleAir TV, this has been El Justice.
Next is a new segment from TJ Sorgenfrei, where he answers all your most important questions.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Aloha, and welcome to our Uke in the Know. You know, speaking of ukuleles, the ukulele actually originated in 1879 when Portuguese immigrant introduced it into Hawaii. Now, let's get down to some real announcements and look into the Book of Knowledge. Seniors, you can pay $20 to buy a ceiling tile in the art hallway. You can paint it or design it however you want, and then at the end of the year, you can get it back and have a memory of your senior year. As you know, there's been an ongoing debate for many years about when is the appropriate time to listen to Christmas music. According to clinical psychologist Linda Blair, listening to Christmas music too early can affect mental health by triggering feelings of stress. That's why the most appropriate time to start listening to Christmas music is before Thanksgiving. Stop! You're stressing me out. Sorry, that was Lucas. He's filming for me right now. Forgive him. Now that we've settled that, you know, I realized that Nixa is lacking a certain restaurant. I think it's Chick-fil-A. So let's call them to see when they're going to come challenge Popeyes.
Thanks for calling Chick-fil-A in South Clinton. This is Megan. How can I serve you today?
Hi, my name is TJ Sorgenfrei. I'm from Nixa High School, and I'm part of our news program. It's called EagleAir TV.
Yeah, give me just 1 second to see if we can do anything for you.
All right, thank you so much. They're so nice. We just wanted to know if you had any idea when the next Chick-fil-A is coming to Nixa.
There is not one scheduled to come to Nixa.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Thank you for tuning in to our Uke in the Know.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of EagleAir TV. Stay tuned for a Tik Tok mockumentary with Reed Martin and Bryce Paoli. See you next time.
It's really starting to get out of hand.
It's a really stupid addiction.
He hasn't been the same.
It's been pretty bad.
It's just ruining his relationship. He's not as good of a friend anymore.
He spends like 4 hours each night just, watching his TikToks.
Hi, I'm Kobe Graham, and I'm addicted to making TikToks.
It's a really stupid addiction. He really needs to fix it. It's really ruining his friendships.
It's harming his friendships, his family relationships.
He spends like 4 hours each night just you know, watching his TikToks.
He doesn't try at practice anymore because he says he has to save energy for making TikToks.
And he really doesn't have a life, you know. Quit.
I'm a very concerned friend of Kobe's. Ever since his TikTok addiction, he hasn't been the same. I miss him and I want him back.
This is stupid. I want my old friend back. Hey, Casey.
Man, kids and their TikTok, it just affects their education, affects the classroom. Oh! Kobe, good gosh. I mean, we're in the middle of class and you're making a TikTok.
I just want to be famous, you know?
Kobe, what'd I do with that phone? I'll take your phone.
But my friends are right. This needs to stop.
Cody, we've heard about your addiction. And the sad truth is there's nothing we could do to help you.